When's the last time you went outside and truly looked up at the stars? Hi there, I'm Pastor Mark from Messiah Lutheran Church in Tampa. We're going to be looking at a little brief devotion. Abraham was called by God to follow him, and God made a promise to Abraham that through his descendants, the entire world was going to be blessed. The problem was, Abram didn't have any kids yet. And he was starting to doubt God. He was starting to wonder if God was going to be faithful to his promise. He was kind of a little bit angry with God that he hadn't had a son yet. I think we can be that way. When life gets tough, we can wonder where God is. We look out at the world, we can wonder if we're going to have enough. We can wonder if God's going to get us through whatever mess we're going through. Well, as Abram is going through his mess, God takes him outside and says, hey, Abram, look up at the stars. This is in Genesis 15. Genesis 15:5 says, he took him outside and said, look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him, so shall your offspring be. God reminds Abram, he says, look up at the stars. Remember the promise. That's how many descendants you're going to have. And Abram, it is said, believes God, and it is credited to him as righteousness. As he trusts in God's promises, he knows after looking up at the stars, God is going to be good. God is going to be faithful to his promises. And we too can trust in those promises. You see, through those descendants, God sends his son, Jesus, who might not look like enough for you, but he dies on the cross and rises for you to be your King of Kings, to give you forgiveness, to give you life. And as we trust in that, we know that God will get us through. So tonight, go look at the stars and remember God's promise for you in Jesus. Through him and his Spirit, God is with you and for you. We're going to dig a little deeper into that this week as well at Messiah. Feel free to worship along with us online at messiahtampa.com/worship or in person. But God is good and God is generous. Look up at the stars. Know that he is faithful to his promises for you.